Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityaname Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivash Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Papa ji, welcome. आप कब पधारे? जून में। कब तक रहेंगे? नवंबर। आप दिल्ली में रहते हैं? दिल्ली। बहुत अच्छा। मुझे पहले पता नहीं था, आप रेस्टोरेंट कुछ नहीं कर रहा। Who's serving the gold nitai on the box?
On the box, yeah.
Okay. So I think met Prabhu. My name is Padmanabh Das. So Hare Krishna. Thank you for coming. We have programs here every Friday evening. We used to do them every Sunday morning, and then we just started a temple in Harrisburg. So a lot of devotees from here also come to Harrisburg. So then we switched the timing to Friday. We'll see how Krishna decides, but right now it is Friday evening. So please, if you live nearby and if it is convenient, please keep coming and give us your association. There is a very stalwart devotee of Lord Chaitanya. His name is Sachidanand Bhaktivinoda Thakur. His picture is in the photo frame, the second picture from the right hand side. He used to be the district magistrate of Orissa. Especially, he used to handle the Jagannath Puri temple. And he wrote a bhajan, Bhajahure Mana, sorry, not that. Bhajahure Mana, Srinana Nandana, Abhaya Charanar Vindare, Durlabha Manava Janama Satsange, Tarahoye Bhava Sindhure. So, the poet is writing, Bhajahure Mana Sri Nanda Nandana. Is instructing the mind, oh mind, why don't you worship Sri Nanda Nandan, the son of Maharaj Nanda, which is Krishna. Krishna's father's name is Nanda Maharaj. Bhajahure Mana Sri Nanda Nandana Abhay Charanar Vindare. And especially, you should, oh my mind, you should surrender yourself and worship the lotus feet of the son of Maharaj Nanda, Sri Krishna. Why? Durlabha Manava Janama Satasange. This human body, Durlabha, Labha means Labha. In India, every Diwali, the accounting year changes. Nobody cares when the income tax accounting year changes. We always start new books on, there's a red colored book that comes, it's called Bhaikatha. In Gujarati we call it Rojmer. And all the business people, they write their income and expense in that. So after Diwali, 5 days after Diwali is Labh Pacham. And that day, Labha means profit. Labha means benefit. So Durlabha means very special benefit. And Durlabha, Dur means very far away. Means the benefit that cannot be had by simple means. You have to work very hard to get that benefit. That is called Durlabha. Very rare kind of benefit. So that adjective, Durlabh, is used to describe what? Durlabha Manava Janama. Manav Janam means this human body. Durlabha human body. It's very, human body is so beneficial and that benefit is so rare. It's very, Manushya ka sarir milna. I'll switch both languages, you okay? That way I will learn English and you will learn Hindi. मनुष्य का शरीर मिलना बहुत दुर्लभ है किसी भी व्यक्ति के लिए, किसी भी जीव के लिए. It's very extremely fortunate to get the human body. And then what to talk about after getting the human body, Durlabha Manava Janama Satsange. And you get a human body, and after getting the human body, you are associating in Satsanga. Satsang means, Sat means righteous, or one which is truthful. Sangha means association. So you associate with devotees who are seeking the truth. So when you have right kind of association, after having the human body, what happens as a result? Durlabha Manava Janama Satsange, very rarely one gets a human birth after many lifetimes. Actually, human beings are always in minority. Even if you look in this room, we are 3, 3, 6, 3, 9, 11 people, 12. We think we are in majority, but if you look at all the living organisms in this room, we are in heavy minority. We might be even 0.0001% of the population in this room. हम लोग हमेशा minority में रहते हैं. तो इसलिए दुर्लभ है. To get a body of a tree or a grass, you can be a grass in the backyard. So many grass saplings are there outside, and so many trees as I was coming, tons of trees. So many bacteria as amoeba, ants, cockroaches, dogs, cats. Human beings, very little, very few. Durlabha Manava Janama. And that too, Satsange, in the association of devotees. When these two things come together, Manav Janma, we have a human body, or Satsang ka labh mile saath mein. You associate with devotees, what happens? Tara hoye bhava sindhure. This bhava is repeated birth and death. So, in our lifetime, the birth and death, they come repeatedly. Punarapi jivanam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatara sayanam. Day and night. I mean, we feel like we are living 60, 80 years and we die after 60, 80 years. But if you look at from the point of view of Brahma, where his, 12 hours is equal to 4.3 trillion hours past. Brahma का एक दिन, trillion को तो हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं मुझे पता नहीं. 4.3 trillion years जितना ब्रह्मा का 12 घंटा होता है. तो हम लोगों के ब्रह्मा के लिए हमारा जीवन कितना पानी के परपोटे जैसा होता है. पानी जब गिरता है तो एक बबल होता है फूट जाता है. उससे भी कम ब्रह्मा के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से हमारा जीवन है. Our life is just like a bubble from the point of view of Brahma. And within that bubble, अगर आप पानी ऐसे डाल रहे हैं, forget water. In monsoon in India, as soon as the rain falls, a lot of special kind of insects they come out, and their lifespan is only 1 hour. Probably that too much if I'm saying 1 hour. As soon as you light a candle, they'll come and jump into the candle. Some live for 5 minutes, some live for 10 minutes. Now if that bug comes to you and says, can you please make sure I have nice air conditioning here and a nice sofa and the house is very nicely decorated. I don't like the way your house is set. And make sure there are a few big cars parked. And can you please send me to college? I want to get a PhD. You'll be thinking, what a foolish person you are. You're going to die in 5 minutes. Just make sure you don't fall into the lamp, right? So that is our point of view, because in that 5 minutes, that insect, it's called patanga in Hindi. That insect lives its whole lifetime. It becomes from a small baby to an adult, reproduces and it dies. From our point of view, we're thinking, what the heck? It's okay, you're insignificant. So similarly, if we have ants that come out of our house through the cracks in summer, when you see the ant working so busily, you're thinking, my God, what is there? I mean, as soon as there is a small piece of sugar, all the ants come and they are so busy, they'll not look. Even if you turn on TV, they will not look at TV. They are more disciplined than us. If we are working and the TV is on, we'll keep working, we'll keep watching, we'll keep working, we'll keep watching. In India, cricket is very famous. So if the cricket is on and you ask the servant who comes to do work at your home, you ask him to do some work, the servant will keep working and he'll keep looking at the TV. But the ants, you can turn on any TV you want. They will not even look at it. They are busy working. From our point of view, we're thinking ant is just wasting its time. Similarly, from Brahma's point of view, when he looks at our life and we go to Brahma, do this for me, do that for me, do this for me, do that. The Brahma must be thinking, what a fool. I gave him a human birth, which is very durlabh, very rare. Instead of using the human birth for the right cause that I have given, मनुष्य शरीर जिस कार्य के लिए दिया है, उसके लिए उपयोग न करके और चीजें मांगना, ब्रह्मा कहे क्या मूर्खता कर रहा है ना? अगर आप देखें कि देवताओं का शरीर, देवता हमसे अधिक वैभवशाली, बहुत वैभवशाली. The devatas, the demigods, they are a lot more opulent than us. And they are more brilliant than us, they have a lot more opulence, they have a lot more happiness to be enjoyed. But they crave to be born as a human being because they cannot attain Krishna consciousness. They cannot realize God in a body of a demigod. देवता अपने देवता के शरीर में भगवान की भक्ति नहीं कर पा रहे क्योंकि वहाँ बहुत वैभव है. जहाँ वैभव ज़्यादा होता है वहाँ इंद्रिय सुख की इच्छा बहुत ज़्यादा होती है. वहाँ भगवान की भक्ति कर पाना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है. जैसा देखा जाता है बहुत से वैभवशाली लोग ज़्यादातर भगवान की भक्ति ठीक से नहीं कर पाते हैं और उसी तरह बहुत गरीब जो होते हैं वो भी भगवान की भक्ति ठीक से नहीं कर पाते है ना. क्योंकि कमाओ खाओ पियो पूरे दिन मजदूरी करो, आप बोले 16 माला करो तो बोले प्रभु जी क्या प्रैक्टिकल कुछ बताओ. 16 माला 1.5 घंटे का टाइम कहाँ है ना. So one who is very wealthy is not able to properly worship Krishna because he has so much money to use. He is busy using his money and protecting his money, worrying about money, making more money out of the money he has. Right? And then one who has no money again cannot do bhakti because he is too much worried about making money. So only one who is middle class can do bhakti. Seriously, I mean, there is more probability of doing bhakti is there. So devatas, they are very opulent. They cannot do bhakti because there is so many means to enjoy. When we do a lot of good karma, as a result of good karma, pious activities, we are promoted to the heavenly planets where the demigods live. And there you're sent to enjoy. इसको भोग लोक कहा जाता है. तो वहाँ भोग करते करते कहाँ भगवान की भक्ति हो पाएगी. That's why the devata says we want to be born again as a human being so that we can worship Krishna properly. We can work towards God realization. Achha. Compared to devatas, our body is completely useless. Our body is made out of 5 principal elements. Everybody's body is made out of 5 principal elements. Air, water, earth, ether and fire. अग्नि, जल, वायु, आकाश और पृथ्वी, इतने से हमारा शरीर बनता है. पंच तत्व उसको बोलता है, पंच महाभौतिक. सबका शरीर, जितने भी भौतिक जगत में जीव है, सबका शरीर ये पंच महाभौतिक से बना हुआ है. देवताओं के शरीर में भी ये 5 तत्व रहते हैं, पर उनके शरीर के अंदर आकाश की मात्रा ज्यादा होती है. In the body of demigods, the ether is more prevalent, but in the body of human beings, Prithvi, Jameen, Prithvi, the earth is more prevalent. Therefore, our body is more heavier compared to the body of demigods. The demigods, they float, they don't even walk on, because their body is lighter compared to us. And they are very brilliant and they are very shining. Our bodies compared to the Devata's body is just like, when you go to India, you don't have to go to zoo when you go to India, because all the animals are present outside. यहाँ बच्चों को एक भेड़ बकरी दिखाना होता तो पेटिंग जू में लेके जाना पड़ता है. हमारे यहाँ गाय भैंस बकरियां डुक्कर सब कुछ ऐसा ही घूमता है, क्योंकि we don't want to waste time going into zoo. So when you go to India, you will find a lot of pigs. They roam around with their big family, and they live in the sewer, so their body is covered by sewer. So if we are getting ready for a marriage ceremony, or marriage ceremony is happening, and then pig comes with his family, you all go, you will try to scare them away, because it's a very filthy body. Right? So similarly, when the demigods are standing and we try to go next to them, they also feel like that, go away. So that is the difference between us and the demigod's body. But still, using that body, they cannot realize God. उस शरीर से वो परमात्मा प्राप्ति नहीं कर सकते. परमात्मा प्राप्ति करने के लिए you need मनुष्य शरीर, human body. The human body is designed in such a way that one can realize that this place is to worship Krishna. So that is the main purpose of human body. How do we understand that? If one is very much favored by Krishna, by the Supreme Lord, then only he gets a human body. आप सोचिए, भगवान बहुत कृपा करते हैं तभी मनुष्य का शरीर मिलता है. अच्छा, तो मनुष्य का शरीर मिलने पर भगवान की भक्ति ही करनी चाहिए. Because Krishna is really favorable on somebody, that's the only time he gives them the human body. Therefore, on getting this human body, one should only serve Krishna and not do anything else. So what if somebody say, okay, that's your sentiment, I don't believe in it. ठीक है? So let's try to think about it. अगर हम चाहे, everybody wants to become millionaire, right? Everybody wants to become very wealthy. But does everybody become wealthy? Not possible. Everybody can work hard, no matter how much, right? Everybody can work hard, but only some become wealthy and not everybody can become wealthy. As a matter of fact, if working hard is a measure of becoming wealthy, then people who are doing labor jobs, they are working the hardest. हमारे घर के सामने जब मकान बनता था, तो बेचारे जो मजदूर आते थे बहुत मेहनत करते, कड़ी मेहनत करते हैं. वो बेचारे मुश्किल से आज का खाना पावे उतना ही उनको अन्न मिलता. हम जानते हैं कई लोगों को बहुत मेहनत कर रहे हैं, बहुत इंटेलिजेंट है, पर जिसमें भी पैसा डाले काम ही ना करे, बंद हो जाए धंधा, कुछ धंधा ही काम नहीं. और कुछ ऐसे लोग होते हैं कुछ भी खरीद लेगा उसका भाव बढ़ जाए. So it is not based on our independent will that we can become healthy. We want to become wealthy, but independently just by our efforts we cannot become wealthy, right? Now, independently just by our efforts we cannot become the most powerful also. I know some people who are very athletic, they lift so many weights, and one day the doctor says, sorry, your heart is so weak, you'll have to stop. Okay, he was on his way to build nice big muscles and look like a film star. But suddenly now he cannot run, he cannot do this, right? So, and even if you're working really, really hard, the old age will catch up with you. Independently, you are not able to gain power. अरे बड़े बड़े powerful लोगों के बच्चे भी powerful नहीं बन सकते. Rahul Gandhi is an example. It's very hard. I mean, you give him everything, but still he cannot become powerful like his grandma. Because, based on our independent will, we cannot become even powerful. Based on everybody wants to be the most beautiful person, that everybody should be attracted. But based on our independent will, by our own effort, we cannot become the most beautiful. You can go to, all beauty parlors, best hairstylists, everything. But there is something called, what is you're born with. How much can you change? You can keep doing plastic surgery, that surgery, this surgery, right? But still, you cannot become the most beautiful on your own effort independently. Or people want to become very famous using this human body. And they try to become very famous, but still you cannot become famous on your own. So by your independent will, you cannot do any of the things which we are running after. That's very funny. We know we cannot become wealthy on our independent will, but still we always pursue wealth building. यहाँ सेमिनार, वो सेमिनार, ये सेमिनार, कैसे, how to invest in real estate market, how to invest in stock market, how to invest in all market, and then still we take so many classes, how to win friends and influence people. We read that book again and again and again, but we don't have a single friend. So we try so many things to become famous, to become wealthy, to become powerful, to become very, energetic strength, a lot of strength. But it is found that only some succeed and many fail. But one thing we can do 100% with our independent will is to become Krishna conscious. That is the only independence that is given in this human body. See, the Shastra says that 99.9% things in our life happen by the arrangement, divine arrangement. Only 0.01 is our independent will, and that 0.01 independent will is whether I'll become a devotee. क्योंकि ये भगवान का शरीर भगवान की भक्ति करने के लिए दिया गया है, इसलिए भगवान की भक्ति अगर हम करना चाहे तो उसमें ना किस्मत बीच में आती है, ना कोई सर्कमस्टेंसेस बीच में आता है, उसमें ना कोई बाधा बीच में आती है. अगर कोई भक्ति करना इंडिपेंडेंटली सोच ले कि मुझे करना है तो 100% वो कर लेगा और पार हो जाएगा. पर और कुछ भी करने का वो सोचे ये शरीर को लेकर, मनुष्य शरीर, कि मैं बहुत पैसा कमा लूं, बहुत नाम कमा लूं, कुछ ये कर लूं, वो कर लूं, शायद वो कर पावे, शायद ना कर पावे. पर भगवान की भक्ति करने का ठाने तो 100% वो कर पावे. If somebody using this human body decides that I want to become very powerful, very wealthy, very famous, etc., very beautiful, he may become, he may not become. But if he decides that by using this human body, I want to become a devotee of Krishna, 100% he will succeed, because that is the plan, that is the reason you are given this body. Krishna wants us to become 100% Krishna conscious. Realize God within this lifetime, using this body. Equal opportunity is given to each and every human being to become a devotee. Because, what is the proof that there is equal opportunity? Everybody gets 24 hours. Everybody. Whether you're wealthy, whether you're Tata Birla's son, or you're Rahul Gandhi, or you're, Bill Clinton's son, or you're any, Mr. Nobody's son. Everybody gets 24 hours. That is the most precious asset available in the material world. You can have the most amount of wealth, but you can never buy back even a 1 second of your lifetime, of time. Time is the most precious thing in the world, right? And that Krishna has distributed equally to everybody. 24 hours. Everybody take 24 hours. Utilize it to become Krishna conscious. Use it wisely. Utilize it. But what we are doing? We have got an asset, but we are misusing it. Misusing it for other purposes. Just like if the government uses a car to use for the government work, we only do 5 minutes government work, one japmala, 5 minutes government work, and 23 hour, 55 minute personal work. Will the government keep us in their job for a long time? Not for a long time, right? If the company gives us laptop to do some programming work, and we use it to download movies 24/7, and one day they'll say, Baba, give it back to me. So if the human body, when given to us, is not utilized in a proper way, it is taken back. At the end, it is taken back and not given back. But if it is utilized the proper way, but if we have not succeeded in this lifetime, then next time Krishna says, that's okay, I'll again give you another car. You were doing government work, your car you were using, you put 100,000 miles on it, now it's not usable anymore. It's useless. Don't worry. You're doing good work, I'll give you another car. Continue your work. Isn't that true? Continue your work. So, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, one who is not walking on the path of bhakti is walking a very dangerous path. Trayata bhayato mahat. The biggest bhai or the fear in life is after leaving this body, not getting another human body. Not getting another human body is the biggest fear in this human life. So, if we are a good employee of government, we will be using the government assets to serve. Maybe we cannot use 24/7. That's why government says only work 8 hours. Therefore, state employees, you see, they go at 8, come back at 4. At least 5 minutes before 4, they'll close and come out. Right? Because they don't want to do more. And that's okay, but government is still okay. Even if you do 8 hours, the government is very merciful. It will keep 24 hours the car. Just work for me 8 hours. Similarly, Krishna says, okay, if you're not able to give me 24 hours, that's okay. Give me some time. At least, जिसका खा रहा है उसका नौकरी तो करो. Whoever is providing, you just be faithful to that person. Acha, if our son or wife or husband, for whom we are working very hard, is not faithful to us, then we are very angry on them. तेरा बाप तेरे लिए काम करते करते मर गया, सामने भी नहीं देखता. ये वो पूरा दिन मैं मेहनत करता हूँ, हमारे लिए घर पे आता हूँ तो खिचड़ी भी नहीं बना के रखती. Then, because you feel that you're doing so much for somebody, then you're liable to get loyalty from that person. Isn't that true? A manager says, I'm paying you $150,000 a year. I want your loyalty. Whatever I ask you to do, it should be done at the due date. Isn't that true? Will a manager keep us if we're not able to get things done on a due date? So sorry, I'll stop paying you. Because by paying money, I'll get many other people who will do it on the right time. If Krishna is giving us this human body, giving us each and every facility to sustain this human body, and giving us each and every facility to become Krishna conscious, and still we're using all the assets, but not showing loyalty towards them. In America, there's a saying, take a work's wage, but give him, work equal to an honest day's of work. Anything less than an honest day of work is stealing from the company. That's the ethics on which America was built on. And America was built on ethics saying, they pay you $10 an hour, make sure you work worth $11 an hour. Because if you work hard, then they'll see that you have a hunger to move forward. And they'll start promoting you. If you have a job to do something, if you keep doing that job, you will stay in that job. But if you do more than that job, that's when they start promoting you at work. That's the way to get promoted. You do more than what you're required to. You become a go-getter. Get it done before, and before the problem becomes a problem, you solve that problem. When I joined IBM, my manager told me, what's your duty? Make sure I never get in trouble. What's your next duty? Make sure my boss never gets in trouble. That's only that. I will never ask you what you're doing. I will never tell you what time to come. Seriously, he told me that. I'll never ask you what time you're coming, when you're leaving, what you're doing, how much you work. You're only 2 rules to follow. I never get in trouble, my boss never gets in trouble. That's it. Everything is said within that, right? So, similarly, the loyalty is expected when we get something from somebody. Acha? Manusya Sarir is like a junction. In India, big cities, the railway station is called junction. Vadodara Junction, Delhi Junction, Bombay Junction. What does junction mean? You can catch different trains from that place. Different destinations could be caught on from that place. Human body is similarly a junction of all different destinations in this world. If we do not utilize human body properly, next time we'll have some other destination. If we utilize human body properly, different destination. In Ramayana, 6 different destinations are shown. Swarg, Apvarg, Narg, Jnana, Vairagya and Bhakti. By using this human body, one can get Swarg, which is heavenly bodies, heavenly locations. Because you do a lot of pious activity, you are promoted based on your satkarma, punya. Then one can get Narg, if you are doing a lot of sinful activities, one can go to the hellish planets. Human body is the junction. One can go to the hellish planets. Apavarga means moksha, no more birth in that. By utilizing the human body properly, apavarga will mil sakta hai. Or we can utilize the human body to get jnana, knowledge. Now knowledge could be of many different ways, but knowledge, here the knowledge is about Krishna. How we can get Vairagya? Because Jnana without Vairagya is useless. Knowledge without renunciation is useless. So you can get renunciation or you can get bhakti. Bhagavan ki bhakti milti. Nahi to, one can go into different species of life also from the human body. Karma can only be made in human body. ये जो कर्म बनता है जिससे हम सुख या दुख भोगते हैं, वो कर्म सिर्फ मनुष्य शरीर ही क्रिएट कर सकता है। गाय, कुत्ता, भैंस, घोड़ा, हाथी वगैरह कुछ भी करे उससे कर्म नहीं बनता। All they do is the karma is only created in the human body. Good karma or bad karma, only created in human body. All the animals, insects, birds, all other living entities, they only enjoy the fruits of karma which was created in the human body, last human body. They are just enjoying the fruits of the karma and coming up from wherever they are. In India there is a very famous game called snakes and ladders. Right? So when you throw your dice and you come to the mouth of a snake, you fall down here. Then again you have to throw the dice and keep moving upward. So similarly in a human life, whatever karma we have done, based on the good and bad karma, we'll get the next body, the next body, the next body. And you slowly keep moving up, and finally again, by mercy of Krishna, we get human body. So a human body is like a junction from which we can go any place we want. Many options. मनुष्य शरीर के द्वारा कुछ भी पाया जा सकता है, बहुत सी जगह पे जा सकता है. So it is up to us how we utilize this human body. And the biggest asset that is given to us, which is the time, 24 hours, how we utilize it. Prahlad Maharaj, after Nrsimha Dev killed Hiranyakashipu, Prahlad Maharaj came to pray to Nrsimha Dev. Nrsimha Dev said, I am very pleased, मैं आपसे बड़ा प्रसन्न हूँ, आप मांगिए, क्या मांगना चाहते हैं मुझसे? प्रहलाद महाराज कहते हैं कि हमारे लिए कुछ नहीं चाहिए, मुझे बहुत दुख होता है इन जीवों को देखकर जो अपना पूर्ण समय शरीर और इंद्रिय सुख में बिताते हैं, आप इन पे कृपा करें. When Nrsimhadev asked Prahlad Maharaj that what can I do for you? What can I give you? Prahlad Maharaj said, I don't want anything for myself. But I am very pained by seeing the miserable condition of all the living entities who only live to satisfy their bodily needs and their sense needs. And then Prahlad Maharaj said, look at the life of a normal living entity. The first 9 months are left helplessly, he is in the womb. Then next 3 or 5 years is just, a small kid, can't do much. Then next 10 years is just uselessly playing. Then till 22, he is uselessly studying. After that, he becomes grihastha, he gets married, works hard to maintain the family till he turns 50. After 50, his grandchildren come back. So he's now busy with his grandchildren and he's trying to retire, and his senses and everything is getting weak. He cannot see, cannot chew, hairs falling away, hands trembling, cannot read, the body is having so many illnesses. When does he do bhakti? Prahlad Maharaj. When does he do bhakti? When I see this miserable condition of human beings, I feel very much pain. Then he said, forget about that. Even look at more subtly. 24 hours a day, people waste their time just taking care of the body which is going to die one day. They don't do anything to feed the soul which is the real living entity. So can you please be merciful on those living entities? That is my prayer to you. Because out of 100 years of life, Prahlad Maharaj then did another mathematics. Out of 100 years of life, a person sleeps 8 hours a day minimum. So out of 24 hours, 8 hours is how much? 1/3? Out of 100 years of life, 33 years is just spent sleeping. 8 hours he works. And then he goes to school. So school and work, milake, another 33 hours gone. 66 gone. Only 33 left. Now he has to go to bathroom and sing songs in the bathroom. And he has to take half an hour at least shower. He has to, watch TV for 2 hours every day क्योंकि सास कब बहू बनी और बहू कब सास बनी वो भी देखना होता है. Then he has to do this, he has to do that, he has to go to the party, he has to watch this, watch that. All those things take at least 5 to 6 hours in a day. Out of 100 years, hardly 1 or 2 years are left where he can do something productive. He says, I'm very much worried about these human beings. They are completely wasting their time, life. What can we do? Can you please be merciful on these human beings? It sounds funny, but it is our own lifestyle, right? We sleep so much, we spend so much time doing things which is necessary, but then we completely forget the aim of our life. And this human body is such that just by utilizing the human body properly, one can get everything. Wealth, health, beauty, fame, everything could be got if one utilizes the human body properly. मान, धन, बल, सब कुछ मिल सकता है अगर ये मनुष्य शरीर का ठीक उपयोग किया जाए. अच्छा, if somebody is just saying that no, my human body I'm going to use to make very nice and happy family. That is the goal. I'm going to utilize my human body for making nice and happy family. Even the pigs, one time they produce 10 children. And he roams around in the streets with his wife, eating the sewage with his wife. The pig's always very happy. Have you ever seen a sad pig? You'll never see a sad pig. You always see a sad human being. You never see a sad pig, because the pig's happy. As a matter of fact, in Bhagavatam there is a story that once Indra was cursed. And he was cursed to become a pig. So Indra became a pig. Of course he became pig, then he had married, arranged marriage. And then he had babies and he was living happily and eating dirt from the sewer. Now his curse is over, so Brahma comes. Says, Indraji, you are the king of heaven, come back. Indra says, what? I don't want to live this happy life. I have my wife, my children. I don't believe you, you go back. I'm happy here, enjoying eating all the garbage that is coming out. India, it's open gutter. So, very tasty garbage comes out in the gutters. And Indra is happy eating. This is the position, right, of Indra. He is the king of demigods. What is our position? So, if we think the goal of this human life, we have to utilize this human body to make beautiful families. Even pigs and dogs have beautiful families. What is the use? If we think that the utilization of this human body is to make a lot of wealth, even snakes have a lot of accumulated wealth. They just sit on it, they don't even use it for anything. If we think that this human body should be utilized so that we can live very comfortably, even dogs and cats live comfortably in America, more comfortably than many of us. And they roam around in more precious cars than what we roam around in. So is that the goal of human life? But if we utilize this human body properly, it could be used to get, one can get each and everything, wealth, health, nice family, fame, everything. Why? Because I think Jennifer or somebody in WhatsApp, they had sent a small story. The story was that king once announced that whoever goes, have you all read that WhatsApp? Then I will not go in this story. No. Whoever, kings once announced that whoever, I'll open the doors tomorrow, and all the citizens, whatever you touch will be yours. So all the citizens, they're anticipating, oh, they are making a line, I want to be first, like Black Friday. And I won't sleep, but as soon as the door open, I'll go and I'll touch this, I'll touch that, I'll touch this, I'll touch that. And king said, whatever you touch is yours. So as next day the door opened, everybody's running after so many things, and everybody's worried, I hope he doesn't touch that person before I touch. And everybody's like fighting to touch something. And the king is watching, and then there's a small girl. She's slowly walking towards the king. The king thought she might want to ask me a question or something. So the king steps down and he looks at the girl, and the girl just touches the king. What happened? As soon as the girl touched the king, everything that belonged in the whole kingdom, because the king became the girl's, right? Girl owns the king now. So now whatever the king owns is girl's, right? So similarly, this human body is a method, it's a means to capture Krishna. Krishna is what? He is the owner and proprietor of each and everything that we see in here. And if one utilizes this human body to capture Krishna in the heart, Once Krishna is captured, what more can one want? He becomes like a kalpataru. Whatever he wants, Krishna will become his servant. The gopis in Vrindavan, they used to tell Krishna. Raskhan is the name of a poet. He wrote, Dinesha Ganesha Suresa Subesa Ananta Abheda Abeda Batave. That Dinesh, sun, Suresh, Indra, all demigods, all Narad Muni, everybody says that Krishna is Ananta, he is the proprietor of everything, he is the supreme personality of Godhead. But what is the position of that Krishna in Vrindavan? Tahe ahira ki chokariya chachiya bari chach pe nach nacha. That Krishna, who is the proprietor of each and everything that you see in this whole creation, that Krishna, ahir ki chokariya, cowherds people, small girls. They are not even literate, they have not even gone to school. The small village girls of Vrindavan, they tell, hey Krishna, you want to drink some buttermilk? Krishna will say, yes. Why don't you dance, then I'll give you buttermilk. And Krishna will dance in front of. Hey Krishna, you play some fruit, then I'll give you buttermilk. Krishna will dance. This Krishna, if he raises one eyebrow, whole material creation will be destroyed. This Krishna, on his service, thousands and thousands of Lakshmi ji is just, massaging his lotus feet. That Krishna is dancing for this much. Chachiya is like, out of clay in Vrindavan, they make a small vessel. It's like this, but not very deep also. It's just like this. And they put buttermilk in there, chas. And they say, hey, you want to drink chas? Krishna says, yeah. Because Krishna is completely bought by the love of gopis for himself. When you buy Krishna by your love, utilizing this human body, then nothing is impossible. That Krishna, if the gopis said, you dance, I'll give you buttermilk. If the gopis asked that Krishna, I want 1 trillion deposited in my bank account, will he say no? He's completely sold. He works as if he's their servant. Krishna says, I am the servant of Brajvasis. I am the servant of the residents of Vrindavan. Vrajajana Palana, Asura Kula Nasana. Krishna is called Vrajajana Palana. Vrajajana Palana means one who's caretaker of Vrajajana. A caretaker is not a high position. It's called Aya sometimes, or a servant. Krishna behaves like a servant of Vrindavan. He goes and herds the cows of Nanda Baba. Why? Because he's been brought completely by the love. There was once, that is gopis. Now here, just recently, in Vrindavan, there was one Babaji living nearby Barsana. Barsana is the village of Radharani. So, that Babaji used to do, his bhakti, puja, everything. And there was one boy in the town. He was very simple and very, down to earth. He did not have much intelligence. So they used to call him Bhola. And Bhola means very simple. So Bhola had no parents, nothing, and he had no means of survival. So he would, herd the cows of all the villagers. And they would give him food. And Bhola was very close to this Babaji. So Bhola had heard from Babaji that Krishna also goes in forest to herd the cows. So Bhola used to go with his cows in Vrindavan, and he thought, if Krishna is herding cows here, let me call him. I want to play with him. Because he is Bhola, he believes whatever Babaji said. So he used to call, hey Kanhaiya, hey Krishna, hey Dauji, hey Balaram, are you there? He would call out every day. And one day, Krishna came to him. Krishna said, hey Bhola, kya hai? Bhola says, अरे तू कन्हैया है? हाँ, नंद बाबा का कन्हैया, हाँ, तेरे साथ खेलना है. Krishna says, okay. Every day I come here, this time you come, we'll play together. Now Bhola starts playing with Krishna and Balaram and all the cow people. They have become strong friends. Bhola brings food from home, Krishna eats, Krishna brings food, Bhola eats. They are strong. One day Bhola told Babaji, that Babaji, you know what you used to tell me that Krishna herds his cows? I met him, I play with him every day. Babaji is astonished. He was thinking, how is it possible? I've been worshipping Krishna for many years, I have not seen him. This is a small child, not even studied any Shastra, how can he? But he thought, he's a very simple boy, he cannot lie. He must be telling truth. So he says, Bhola, do one thing. If Krishna tomorrow when he comes to play with you, tell him that my Babaji is calling you. And my Babaji makes nice dal bati, you come and eat dal bati with my Babaji. Krishna Bhola says, okay, I will tell him, there's no big problem, Krishna is my friend, he'll come. Sometimes we have too much confidence on our friends. He's my friend, he'll come. Babaji says, okay. So Bhola goes. Bhola says, Krishna, there is a Babaji in my village. So he said that tomorrow you come, we'll have dal bati. So Krishna used to tell Bhola every day, hey, you eat more every day you don't bring much food. When are you going to come and cook for us and feed us? So Bhola says, I don't have much grocery, but Babaji has a lot of grocery, he's calling you for dal bati, come. Krishna says, where is your Babaji living? He says, nearby Barsana. Oh, that is Radharani's village. I can come, no problem. But Dauji, my bigger brother, elder brother is with me. So I cannot leave him and come because I cannot bring him to Barsana. Otherwise, I'll be in trouble. So I cannot come. I will not come. What do you mean I will not come? You have to come. Babaji asked you to come. Krishna says, no, I cannot come. I cannot take Dauji to... You want all the cowherd boys and Dauji to come? They will not come to Barsana. Bhola says, what kind of friend you are? You always eat with me, I eat with you, you're saying you're my best friend. I asked you to come to Babaji, I don't want to play with you. Krishna says, hey Baba, samjha karo. No, I don't want to play with you. You come to Babaji's place, but I don't talk to you. Krishna says, so be it. And Bhola, next day, went to herd the cows, he did not call Krishna. Third day, went to herd cows, he did not call Krishna. Babaji asked, did your Krishna come? Don't talk about him, he's useless. I asked him to come, he's refusing. Maybe he's a big king's son, he may be a king of Vrindavan, I don't care. He used to tell me he's my friend, he's no longer my friend because he doesn't want to come. Babaji soch raha hai ki aise hi bol raha hoga. So 3-4 days Bhola is herding cows on his own. He doesn't go where Krishna is herding cows. And he's crying, he's missing Krishna. One day Bhola is herding cows and Krishna comes. Hey Bhola. Bhola goes, what? Hey yaar, dosti kar lena. Bhola says, let's become friends again. Bhola says, no. Till you come to Babaji's house, I'm not. Okay, can we do a compromise? Bhola says what? Says, can you please tell Babaji that I have some trouble, I cannot come to Barsana. But if he wants to feed me dal bati, bring all the ingredients, I will sit down here, cook and eat. Is that okay? Bhola says, now you are talking like my friend. That's okay. Next day he went to Babaji. Babaji, dal bati ki tayari karo. Shyam Sundar kal khayenge. So Babaji believed him. And he took all dal bati and everything, all the ingredients, atta, wheat flour, everything. Went to the forest where Krishna promised he will come. Krishna came with Balaram. And Babaji cooked dal bati. Babaji is crying, he's cooking dal bati. He's feeding him, he's saying, Bhola, you are a real devotee. But the point I'm trying to make is, even a small boy like Bhola can have Krishna do whatever he wants. Why? Krishna is not answerable. He is the supreme personality of Godhead, but he is completely sold by the love of God. So, this human body is capable of capturing Krishna and permanently fitting in our heart. But we have to utilize it. And by doing that, all the things that we are running after can be achieved very easily. The most important thing that we are running after is happiness. By wealth, good family, beauty, fame, we are running after happiness. Once Krishna comes even in our heart, the real happiness will never leave because Krishna is called Ananda Kanda. He is the root of happiness. Kand means root, Anand means happiness. Ananda Kanda. So when Krishna is in our life, full happiness is there. So how to attain Krishna? By using this human body. That is by satasanga. When Shabri met Ramchandra, Lord Ramchandra for the first time, Ramchandra ate the berries that Shabri gave. Then in Ramayana, Ramchandra preaches to Shabri about bhakti, Navda bhakti. And the very first step in Navda bhakti is satasanga, Ramchandra says to Sri Shabriji. Satasanga is the most important thing. Sat Sangha. Sat means one which is searching for the truth. Sangha is association. Normally we are in asata sangha. We are associating with material world, which is asat. Asat means not truthful. It is not real, the material world. You're associating with that. You're running after material things. Food, car, bungalow, wealth, family. Nothing is permanent. And this family which we are really working after, hard, tomorrow we can leave the body and the family after 3 days will forget you and start watching TV. It's true. Srimad Bhagavatam, when Hiranyaksha was killed by Varahadev, Hiranyakasipu goes to the mother of Hiranyaksha, his mother also, and wife of Hiranyaksha, and is explaining him the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita. And he says, it is always seen that the people who are very close to each other, they cry for a few days when somebody passes away. But after a few days, they start enjoying the property of the deceased person. And they don't even think about that person very much. Actually. When my mother was pretty close to my grandfather. My mother was pretty close to my grandmother also. I was very small when my grandmother passed away. And I saw my mother. I was 9 years old when my grandmother passed away, or 7 years old. And I still remember my mom cried and cried and cried sitting next to my grandmother. And when they were taking my grandmother outside, she ran after it and she collapsed at the outside on the street. And I was so worried about her because she had a heart problem, that what will happen to her when my grandfather lives. All my childhood as I was growing, I was worried about my mom. And right before I was coming to America, my grandfather passed away in my arms, and my mother was there. But I found out one thing. No matter how you're close to somebody, time heals everything. No matter how loved ones, how much you love somebody, the time heals. You cannot permanently keep crying because the love is always tainted by other things. The purest form of love that is found in this material world is for a mother and a child's love. A mother's love for the child, not the child's love for the mother. Mother's love for the, it's called, what is called mamata, matrutva. That is the only purest form of love. So all the women here, they are the most fortunate women. Whoever has experienced that love. Because if somebody asks, how does Krishna love his children? You can only say, what is real love? The love that the mother has for her child is the only real love in this material. Otherwise, everything is selfless. Everything is selfish. Everything is selfish. So, this human body, one can utilize to get Krishna, and the way to get Krishna is satsanga. This is satsanga. The spiritual programs. One should come, and one should not think that the spiritual programs, it just came on my way, I can go or I cannot go, I have an option. Krishna has been extra merciful on us. Therefore this opportunity has been provided to us. If we do not grab this opportunity, we are the biggest loser. And we are making Krishna a loser. Because he really counted on us being successful. That's why he gave us the human birth. Durlava manava janama. He gave us the durlabh, very rare human birth, and that too satsanga. He gave it in the satsanga. Many of us are born in a family where Krishna consciousness is prevailing. We never had to even think. I still never in my wildest dream, you can feed me as much alcohol you want, I can be totally intoxicated. I can never for a second doubt that Krishna is not the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I can never for a second doubt. When somebody says that I have a doubt that Krishna is the Supreme, I feel like how is that feeling possible in somebody? I feel it very alien. It's just like if somebody says I don't like sweets. And I think, how is that feeling possible? That you look at gulab jamun and you feel like, oh, that's so ugly. It's not possible. It's not normal. So, I'm sorry if somebody don't like gulab jamun, that's normal. But जनरली स्वीट सबको पसंद होती है, मुझे खूब ज़्यादा पसंद है, तो मेरे लिए बहुत ऑड लगता है कि अरे इसको मीठा पसंद नहीं, ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है? So similarly, a lot of us are very fortunate that we have got Krishna. Mataji, you went to Jagannath Puri. I have not even yet gone to Jagannath Puri. I'm really envious of you. It's just, and don't you think that it is just by luck you went to Jagannath Puri? Jagannath really calls, because it is not this lifetime. You have connection with him since many lifetimes. He's just now uncovering everything and he's saying, Yaad karo. And just like in Hindi movies, after, then when the lady is small, then she hits somewhere, then she forgets everything. Then after 20, 30 years again she's running and she falls down, she hit, then everything comes back again. The similar thing happens to us, right? When we are born, maybe 10 years ago, you would not never thought that you would go to Jagannath Puri. And look at his good fortune. Before even he knows who Jagannath is, he went to Jagannath Puri and saw the Rath Yatra. The Devtas, the demi, Bachani, that's the next time we'll have a good fortune.
But they pulled all the 3 cards.
The Devatas don't get this opportunities. That opportunity you got. And see the arrangement. That Prabhuji who came to Harrisburg, I didn't even know that Prabhuji before he came to Harrisburg. Unhi se aapka kuch milna ho gaya, wahi aapko leke. Just all divine arrangement is there.
So Prabhuji, aapne shuru kiya, sab batana shuru kiya Jagannath ke baare mein, tabhi hamari ichha hui.
And even me, I didn't know much about Jagannath. When I used to grow up in Baroda, I used to see Jagannath Rath Yatra. I only went Jagannath Rath Yatra because they used to give mango and moong prasad, and I loved it. So I used to take so much and I used to eat. What? Jagan? And my father had a small store, and Nirma was a coming up company, Nirma detergent. So they would publish calendar, and somehow Nirma was an ISKCON devotee. So he would publish ISKCON calendars. He would have Prabhupada's picture on the calendar and very beautiful Radha Krishna pictures. Whenever I would see Prabhupada, I would think he must be African. Because the picture looked very little bit darker complexion, and I thought Prabhupada was an African till I came to America. I never knew that Prabhupada was Indian. So, but somehow the relationship is there. So all of us, we are coming together just like the straws in an ocean. A wave comes, brings all the straws together. We should all stick together because Krishna has destined for us to come together. That's why we are together. So satsanga, we should have nice satsanga. Satsang, no competition with each other, no enviousness with each other. We should all try to make sure, if I don't progress, that's okay, but he should progress, he should progress, she should progress. Push other. The more you help other people succeed, you will succeed. Very opposite of the material world. Material world, you pull legs. If he's succeeding, you pull legs. Crabs, यहाँ पे crabs खाते हैं. You know how they cook crabs? They put live crabs in hot water. Okay? And the crabs try to crawl out of the hot water, the other crab will pull it down. If I'm burning, why are you going away? So the crabs will not escape because other crabs will pull him down. Acha. How do they heat hot water? First, it's nice, 60 degrees, 70 degrees, the crabs are enjoying in the swimming pool. Then slowly the temperature goes up, right? And they get used to the temperature, Similarly, the material world we are living is like that. Right? If somebody wants to leave the material world, you pull him. Hey, kya bhakti karna chalu kar diya? Family hai, dekho? Sometimes the parents pull us. Sometimes we pull the parents. Pura din kya you want to go this temple, that temple? Be practical. What is practical? Just enjoy the life. Don't worry about tomorrow. Just enjoy this life. That is practical. One day we'll leave this body and Krishna will say, oh, I gave you government car for using for government work, but you always used it for your personal work. That is practical life that we are leading. But material world, and in material world is very painful, seriously. I don't like to work 10 hours a day, seriously. But then you'll find so many people at work, I really enjoy my work. There's a guy, John Capaco, he's the controller of our unit. And I used to work for him before, he's a very good friend of mine. He works till 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, midnight, next day 6 o'clock he comes back. I said, man, John, you don't have a life. He said, I really enjoy what I'm doing. I said, I'm sorry for you. I cannot do that. And they had taken me into finance and they were grooming me for becoming a CFO for a small unit. And I was working 15 hours a day and I never saw a buy from morning to evening. And 1 week went like that, I only saw a buy on a weekend. I went to my boss and I said, sorry, I'm not made for this. You can take, I don't want to be anything, you can pull me back. I called the manager who hired me in IBM, I said, do you have some work for me? I'd like to leave this. He created a job for me, he pulled me back from finance into operations and I came back. I cannot. One has to, but if you keep working like this, dogs and hogs, finally you start enjoying it. You know, it's just like, you know, you get married to somebody, after a while, you know you're nothing, nowhere to go. You start finding that person beautiful. And you start really, you know, it's just like, you start enjoying with that person after a while, you know. So that's the nature of this material world. But we have to understand who we are, where we come from. So this satsang is very important. So we should come in satsang very regularly. And if we are well-wishers for others, our friends and family, we should bring them. And the time in which we have come on this material world is very helpful to us. We are born in Kali Yuga. In Kali Yuga, not much is expected from us, which is very good. Just like my son Abhay, he is a severely handicapped kid. So they have special kids Olympics, they call it Special Olympics. So he goes there in his wheelchair, and they have 10 kids, and none of them can walk or anything or run, but they have like a 10 meter or 20 meter, where somebody who's taking care of Abhay will wheel him, and everybody gets a medal. Just for coming to the Olympic, they get a medal. And Abhay sometimes will come first, sometimes will come second. He's really doing nothing, he's just sitting, and the person who's pulling him will just, pull him. And then all the kids, they do nothing, they just enjoy. Only thing they do is they go to the Olympics, they get medals and they come back, very happy. And the people who serve in Olympics as volunteers, they get pizza at the end of Olympics. So that's why I go there. But the thing is, since they are severely handicapped, they have concession. They get medals just for going there. They get a free t-shirt, they're beautiful t-shirts, just for going there. Similarly, Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter, the sages of Naimisharanya are asking Sutta Goswami, what is the most important thing to be done in this human life? Sutta Goswami starts with saying, everybody in Kali Yuga is manda buddhi, manda bhagya, ill-fortunate, less intelligent. Very, very small age, very little age. We are living probably 60, 70, 80 years on average. Very, very few years to live. And then tormented by so many problems. Work, ye wo. So Krishna has given us big concession, knowing that we are severely handicapped. That if you just chant my holy name, I'll take you back. If you just come to the satsang, just for coming into the Olympics, I'll give you a medal. Just for coming. And we don't have to do anything. Just like Abhay is willed by somebody. When we come in association of the devotees will pray for you. Just by their prayer, Krishna will take care of you. But at least, only thing we have to do is, just like Abhay goes to the Olympic, we have to come to the satsang. Come in front of the devotee. Try to serve a little bit in the satsang. The devotees are very kind in their heart. Krishna, they are seeing, they are looking at us. This real Krishna. We think he's made out of brass, metal, nothing. No, he's real Krishna. But we should have faith. And when the devotees kindly think about us, Krishna is sitting in the heart of devotees. Oh, my devotee is remembering something, then I'll have to take care of that person. He takes care of us. We just have to faithfully come to satsang, hold satsangs in our house. Satsang means spiritual gatherings. And chant nicely. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Raise our arms. And if you feel shy, when nobody is at home, you stand before Krishna, raise your arms and start crying in front of him. If you can't cry, think of your wife, your husband, your mother-in-law, your father-in-law, but cry in front of Krishna. Because while crying, I'll tell you why. If you see, everybody should have experienced this. If you watch a very sentimental movie, or you watch a very sentimental show or read a sentimental novel, sometimes the tears come. After that, the heart is very clean. Even the person you don't like comes in front of you, you will be nice to him for 2 minutes. Afterwards, you will become very mean to him. Right? But the heart becomes very soft and clean on crying. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Gaur Govind Maharaj used to say, I have opened a school for crying. One should cry for Krishna. Uddhav said, I have learned that one should cry for Krishna. If we cry for Krishna, raise our arms and cry for Krishna, Krishna will soften our heart, and then the prayer that will come out for Krishna will be from heart, and Krishna will accept the prayer. One should try this. Everything I am sharing is all personally tried. But one should come to a platform where they look at Krishna and they're sitting alone, they're thinking their heads will stand on their head, and then tears will come, feeling separation from Krishna. What kind of filthy life I am living, regret. Like a child, I'm very hungry, pick me up, my mother. Similarly, we chant like that for Krishna. Even if we cry once in front of Krishna, Krishna is Pardukha Bhanjan. He will be moved by our problems and he will come and catch our hand. And the quality of Krishna is one, he catches our hand, never becomes. Permanent bond, Favicol. Nobody can break that bond. You can, try to remove your hand. Krishna will not let go. So I will end here. It's 8:45. And so just want to conclude that this human body is very important. One should really nurture this human body. It's a tool, right? If the car is in America, our car is very important for making money, because if you don't have a car, you can't go to work. So one has to regular oil changes on the car, right? You cannot go and put ketchup in the car because it's on sale, 50 cents, buy one get one free. No, only certain 87 octane petrol can only go in the car. Similarly, this body, if we have the judgment that in the car I only put 87 octane gas, and if ketchup is free, I will not put ketchup in there to run. Similarly, we should feed the body properly also. The body is destined to eat certain kind of things. It is not destined to eat meat and all other things. So one should if we have discrimination, we should at least treat the body with the same respect that we treat TV and car. If we are respectful, how much respect we have towards our car? If we are respectful towards our body, Krishna will be happy. Because this is a tool, we have to use it for Krishna's service, for realizing. So I'll stop here. Any questions or any comments? Why very less people today? Summer vacations. But one good thing about less people is more prasad per head. So there's always positive side to everything.
Matt, you have any question? No? No.
So everybody please eat more than you eat at home. And we will never tell outside how much you ate. Whatever happens at Bahal family's house will stay here.
Question.
No, it was very enlightening. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.